Hello everybody.
Hello.
My name's Darren.
And I'm Graham.
And we have been to see the film.
Today we're going to talk about the film that we saw.
Whiplash.
It wasn't Whiplash. He's
It
lying
was
to you.
Whiplash.
Oh, Whiplash, yeah.
Tell us about Whiplash.
Whiplash is great. It's got J.K. Simmons and Miller Tyler, or Tyler
Miles Teller.
Leakley. Miles Teller.
Yeah. You're going to do this whole thing as an anagram.
Mate, I'll try. It's got, he's playing Mr. Fantastic in the new Fantastic Four.
I'm aware.
The trailer just came out. What do you think?
Looked alright. But Whiplash.
But anyway, Whiplash. It's basically J.K. Simmons. He's this jazz teacher somewhere.
America.
Apparently. And then this Miles Teller, he wants to be
Wants to be a little drummer boy.
He wants to be a little drummer boy. He does. He's got aspirations.
Pam.
Yeah. And so he goes to school there to learn drums.
A good start.
And practice drums as well.
Mm-hmm.
And basically he meets up with J.K. Simmons, and he is the catalyst to
Well, J.K. Simmons is like the biggest, bestest teacher, he thinks, so he really wants to win his approval.
Yeah.
But it turns out he isn't uber bastard.
Oh, yeah.
And he just wants to scream at people, make them feel pretty bad about themselves.
There's one time, he was trying to find somebody who was using the instrument out of key. And he was yelling, and he was yelling, and he was yelling. And he asked one guy, if he knew, and he didn't, so he booted him out. And there's a big twist in that little story. Should I just say it because it's happened at the start? It wasn't even him who was out of tune, he just wanted to get rid of him.
But I think that maybe...
It was the fact that he didn't know it was not out of tune.
But I don't think J.K. Simmons knew. I think he was being an arsehole.
He did know, he always knows.
But does he though? Because I just think he's a bully. I don't think he's Mr. Magic Music. Look at all the M's in that. I just think he's a proper dick. And I think that without going into it...
To be fair, yeah.
I think
you can
the end justifies that.
Yeah, okay.
What his actions are there.
Similar, but more spoilery.
Because I think that, it does walk the line between, is he a genius who's just trying to find the next genius, or is he just a bully? And I think that the end points it towards the bully. It's still kind of ambiguous, but I think it definitely points towards bully.
So he's Mr. Glass?
I guess. Well, no, I think he's trying to be Mr. Glass, but he's just Mr. Arsehole.
Mr. Glass from Unbreakable, look it up.
Yeah, you've just ruined the end of Unbreakable. You've just ruined the twist. So don't look it up. Watch the film. Find out that way.
Watch both films and then go and look up the correlation.
But yeah, did you enjoy Whiplash?
Ask me a big question like that while I'm having a drink. How irresponsible.
Well,
it's a hot drink as well. It's hot coffee. Anyway, I bloody love that film.
Did you?
Whiplash. It was amazing.
Oh, yeah, you were banging on about it.
I was banging the next day and the one after that, which was today.
Banging it like an out-of-tune drum. Banging on and on.
You're not wrong there. So, I loved it. I thought it was excellent.
What did you love about it?
I loved the fact... apparently it only took 9 days to make film. Apparently. This was what I read.
Not 19.
No, maybe 19.
Never take a fact from these videos as a fact.
If we claim them to be facts, they're likely not.
In one of our cases.
But that's a fact. So, what I loved about it was just mostly the end.
Really? Oh, because of music?
Loved. Not just no. It was the whole thing came to this big climax, and I think that entire situation and knowing all the characters' kind of influence behind it and stuff like that.
You could argue the end's a bit far-fetched. That one person would do what that person does, whatever that person happens to do. No, because sort of suicide. I don't think it's in terms of his career, whichever one of them it is.
Well, no. I don't think because he's looking past his career. He's looking at this.
Which one are you talking about? If we call them...
Oh, no, well, I don't
Mr.
think... No,
Drum and Mr. Simmons.
Well, which one's ruined it?
Well, both, but I think that J.K. Simmons has...
No, exactly. I knew who you were talking about.
Okay, well, I don't think you was making sense then.
No, I do.
But we can't talk about the end. We can't give the end away.
The end's the best part.
I disagree.
What's the best part?
J.K. Simmons' performance is the best part.
The best chunk I'm talking about?
I like the bit where he gets hit by a car.
That was
he being an ambiguous person.
Whoever it might be.
That's not the end.
Why can't, these videos should be spoilery.
Well, sometimes they are by mistake.
Yeah.
But we can talk about other things. There are other things to talk about.
There are other things.
Did you like Miles Teller? Had you seen him in anything else?
I hadn't, to be fair. Thanks for shoehorning a question here just to continue the conversation. But I hadn't actually seen him in anything else. And as I said before, he's going to be in Fantastic Four as Mr. Fantastic.
He reminds me of if somebody melted a waxwork of John Cusack. And J.K. Simmons looked like one of those ugly, sort of bald snake cats. I don't know what you call them. I think it's a Siamese cat.
It's not Siamese.
What is it?
It's like Burmese or something like that.
Well,
Don't think
they're
it's
ugly,
Burmese
whatever
either.
they are. Those ugly cats that just look like the one Mr. Bigglesworth, is it?
Yeah,
That's
Mr.
Austin
Bigglesworth,
Powers,
yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Biggles, whatever.
And in Friends, and they're like,
I didn't want to say that. I don't like Friends.
and Joey's like, what? No, Ross is like, why is it inside out?
Yeah, one of them. One of the
And there
inside
was like
out
a 5-minute laughter track.
yeah.
And
And then an ad break.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, I think he looked, and like when he was getting angry and straining, you could see like every like tendon and
Yeah,
like
he had,
vein
like,
in his
A
head.
zip up his head there, didn't he?
You know,
know,
J.K. Simmons, it. Doctors call that.
They take him out at night.
Yeah.
Let him air out.
So yes, I thought they were good, and I think
They
that
were.
Teller's character is not unlike something that John Cusack may have played in the olden days of the 90s.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe a bit more intense, but
yeah, more energy.
yeah.
Cusack doesn't really move very quickly, does he?
I
Normally.
don't know.
He's
Jumps over the counter a few times in High Fidelity, and he's as a hitman in Grosse Point Blank.
and he was in that 1903
I didn't like
or
that. I didn't like that
18
film.
or whatever
The hotel
one.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1203, 12.
He was in 2012.
Yeah.
Um,
He was in a car though, wasn't he? So
I don't know. I didn't see it. Look shit.
the car had most of the action in that one.
Anyway, this fucking
let's
film.
All right, swearing. Let's talk about Whiplash.
Yeah. Yes. What have you got to say about it? Anything left? Music was all right.
Do you have it? I really enjoyed the music, to be honest.
I did.
I'm not saying I'm a jazz fan because I'm not. I've seen a few jazz shows and I've been
Got
to
some jazz mags.
I've been strolling around the ghetto with the boom blaster on my
Yeah.
shoulder and got a bit of an entourage behind me, a little bit of a conga line in the ghetto, but I'm not a big
Are you
fan.
being racist?
No,
Good.
but a day. But I'm not a jazz fan as such. But I really enjoyed the music involved. I saw somebody online actually claim that this was a musical. It's not a musical.
It has music in it.
It's got music in it.
You were saying
the music kind of
before-
progresses the story
I said,
through playing.
in a
It's
com-
it's the actors that do it, really. What?
is it the actors though? I know that the Miles guy can play the drums a bit, but I don't think he can play as well as the character can.
I doubt it. He acted it as though he could play it very well.
Well, you'd hope, wouldn't you? I think
He
that
looked like he was playing
the
let's put it
average
that way.
drumming was probably a wide shot, and the hard drumming was a close-up of his intense face and a close-up of somebody else's hands doing it.
Yeah, with a little splatter of blood every now and again.
Yeah, and I reckon you could quite easily take the hands shots out and put like someone furiously tossing off there, and then cut it with his face back and forth, and it would work pretty seamlessly. There was also bits like in Rocky where he like plunges his blooded fists because he's been drumming so much into
They were all
like-
bound in plasters.
yeah, and he puts it in like the icy buckets of water, and it's like you see it from the side, you know, the icy water with all the ice in turning like red. It just made me think like, I haven't had vodka in ages. Like it's like a Bacardi advert.
It did look like a
Really tasty, that blooded ice.
cocktail.
Yeah, but yeah, it followed the sort of Rocky template of an underdog trying to battle against somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I liken this mostly to Black Swan, but you disagreed with that, I think.
No, I didn't disagree that this was like Black Swan. You said this was the Black Swan of 2015, and
Yeah,
I
it's
said that
kind
would
of
be
a-
Birdman.
It's kind of a loaded point to get a response out of you. But
Well, no, but Birdman is well more like Black Swan than this.
Birdman is like Birdman, to be fair.
Yeah.
It's almost like the sequel. But,
The sequel to I don't know, a bit samey.
yeah, it's a difficult one, isn't it?
No, Black Swan is more like Birdman.
Black Swan is more like Birdman.
Birdman.
you
You know what I'm saying?
You give it up.
Why is Whiplash more like Birdman? Oh, fuck's sake! Why is Whiplash more like Black Swan than Birdman is?
Oh my god. It's just because, well, I see Black Swan. I mean, obviously it's got its peaks and troughs, at which it, so does what
What do you mean it has a peaks and troughs? It's just quality all
in the
way through.
storyline. Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying the storyline. You need peaks and troughs, otherwise it's a non-stop.
What do you mean peaks and troughs? I can't watch a
In
film
the
that's
sto-
quality all the way through.
No, it's not a scale
When's
of.
the bad bit coming up?
It's not a scale of good to bad. It's a scale of like lots of action and drama intensity and calmness and stuff. And I think it's got similar.
I don't know. I think that Whiplash was pretty full on straight away. Like it didn't.
Straight away.
No, but I don't think
agree.
it like,
okay,
released
yeah.
the tension. It's like 1 minute he's like, doing his drums. Then J.K. Simmons turns up and says, "Do him, don't do him." He's being an arse. Then he's like, "So you only actually see."
My code.
Then we've got people getting hit by lorries. Then we've got people jumping at people. Then we've got weird sort of drum offs and
Yeah. Okay. So you got Winona Ryder cutting her.
Winona.
Cutting open her face, and you've got
Well, no, I'm not saying that Black Swan doesn't.
I'm saying
might
they
argue
both
your
got
point
these
about
peaks and
that.
troughs, and
if
at
I
the
think
very
about
end,
it.
there's one huge,
Well, I agree that it does like climax.
massive payoff. This is my point. Everything accumulates to this one point.
Well, you could argue that about all of Aronofsky's films, bar Noah. Why is that? Why are you? It's true. Requiem for a Dream does the same. The Fountain
It's like an
does the
Aronofsky
same.
film. There you go. You're happy now.
Yes.
Are you happy that my analysis has just finally been moulded into your own idea?
Well, I don't
Stealer?
necessarily.
You're a stealer of ideas.
Well, a refiner, some might say.
A refiner.
I got the best out of you.
You're a refiner.
Shut
A
up.
great big sweaty refiner.
Yes. Is there anything else to say about this film?
Is there? I don't know.
What? Yes.
Is there?
I don't. You were saying, yeah, because I said in our conversation we had that isn't now. I said that I don't like jazz. You said you did because it's all improvised. And I said, well, not according to this film. And you said, well, people have complained about this film's the way it like shows jazz. So elaborate.
Well, you just kind of put
Why
me,
have people
you put me on
complained?
the spot now. Why? Because they know what jazz is, and jazz is all about being emotive in musical
So doesn't
form.
that then prove that he's a bully and not a jazz teacher?
I think he was just severely desperate to find this one prodigy that
Do
he
you
was
really
hoping
think
for.
that's what it is? That
Yeah.
he's actually really good? I just think.
No. Oh, sorry, the drummer. I think the drummer.
Oh no! I
don't think J.K. Simmons is a great. He just pushes people in the right way, and
But do you think that's his motivation?
he's obviously failed before. Yeah,
I don't
that's
think that's
all.
his motivation at all.
What's his? He's just a bully.
He's just a bully.
You don't think he's actually just really?
No.
Okay. I suppose there are and bits of. I like an ambiguous film.
Yeah, we were talking about this at the beginning. I don't know if you were there.
I can't remember, to be
Because
honest.
we said that the end, his actions
Yeah,
at the end
yeah,
sort of
reflect
point
that,
towards
but-
it being a
but-
bully, then
But it also doesn't.
it does a bit.
Because afterwards it doesn't. Because he sees that. So
I suppose
chronologically,
so. I suppose so. But I think it's.
I
Still
think
definitely a
initially,
bully.
like the
Well, why
bully
would he
kind of comes
lie
out.
about that? What happened to that other student? I don't want to go into it too much, but he said that a student got killed in a car crash. Why would he lie unless he knew he had something to hide?
Was that a lie?
Yeah. Well, I can't say why, can I? It's a spoiler.
I don't remember. It's probably just all motivation, like to know.
I don't know. I think he's a bully.
To say that would be to kind of almost prepare somebody for stress to make them realise that the gravity
But why
of the
is it only
situation,
him
like
that he's
somebody
bullying?
else has been driven to, because he's seen the drive in the kid. He knows he's
What, he doesn't have
desperate.
it in any of the others?
He know-
So why is he not
he's
going
already-
mental trying to find the best trumpeter? Why is it drumming that he's specifically interested in? Because all the others sort of get off quite lightly.
Well, they are all quite light players,
But that's not good enough for him. He wants the best of the best of the best.
but he hasn't seen the drive in the other people.
Well, then
Because
get
this
rid of
kid's
them and
come
find
in.
somebody else.
This kid's come in from a broken home. He's got no
He's
mates,
not-
which he's
oh, yeah.
admitted and stuff. Yes, he is.
Well,
This is
well, yeah,
what-
broken homes and his parents are divorced. Whose aren't these days?
That's not the point. Anyway, so I just think he's using the kid's desperation for his own gain. That's all. And if that evokes a bully kind of situation, then
So I just think he had his own issues of probably not being as successful as he
Probably.
wanted.
Yeah,
and just
yeah,
took it out
well,
on people.
well, there's a lot to
It's
his character.
a
then,
bit
I
like
suppose.
manipulative though. Like when he's like, it's not just a case of like messing with him. Like that's not good drumming. That's not good drumming. He's like literally like saying, "No wonder your mum ran away from you" and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
Well,
'cause
that's
he's-
just a bully. That's not teaching music.
He
That's
was
just-
going off. All right, there's a quote.
People
not
say
a
this is
quote-
like Full Metal Jacket. I just need to say that at the beginning half. Need to get that out.
Okay.
Just say it. Need to be heard. To say it.
Okay, it has to be
Yeah.
there, out there.
We need to wrap this up as well. But go on.
Yeah, I know. What was I going to say?
I don't know.
Never mind.
Bye everyone.
Bye, guys.
It's a good ending.
I'm boiling.